In the United States today, over 40% of adults are living with obesity, and nearly 1 in 10 are facing severe obesity. The numbers are rising among youth as well, with about 1 in 5 kids now living with this condition. It has become so prevalent that it touches almost every family in some way. Yet, despite how common it is, it remains one of the most heavily stigmatized and misunderstood medical conditions of our time. Today, we are diving deep into the science behind obesity, America's #1 health problem. Before we begin, don't panic. This video isn't here to scare you. It's here to give you clarity, confidence, and hope. The information you're about to hear is based on medical evidence and could change the way you understand this condition. We will explore exactly what is happening inside your body, why your biology plays a massive role, and why traditional advice often falls short. Stay with me until the end to discover treatments naturally and medicine science-backed steps that can help you take better control of your health. Rethinking how we measure health. For decades, both doctors and patients have relied heavily on the body mass index, or BMI, to determine if someone is at a healthy weight. But the medical community is shifting its perspective. Recent policy updates from the American Medical Association explicitly state that using BMI alone is an imperfect clinical measure. Why? Because BMI simply compares your height and weight. It does not directly assess how much body fat you have, nor does it tell us where that fat is distributed. Furthermore, it doesn't account for important physiological differences across race, ethnicity, biological sex, and age. Today, medical guidelines recommend looking beyond BMI by measuring waist circumference and assessing overall body composition. Carrying excess visceral fat, the fat wrapped around your internal organs deep inside your abdomen, poses a much higher risk for metabolic disease than fat carried just beneath the skin. The true causes of obesity. It is time to permanently drop the myth that obesity is just a lack of willpower. Modern medicine recognizes obesity as a highly complex, chronic, and relapsing disease driven by a collision between our biology and our environment. Your genetics strongly influence how your body stores fat, how it burns energy, and how it responds to feelings of hunger and fullness. When genetic predispositions meet our modern environment, weight gain accelerates. We are surrounded by highly engineered, ultra-processed foods. In closely monitored clinical trials by the National Institutes of Health, adults eating an ultra-processed diet consumed hundreds of extra calories a day and gained weight rapidly, even when the meals were matched for nutrients with unprocessed foods. Add in factors like chronic stress, insufficient sleep, sedentary desk jobs, and certain medications, and you have a perfect storm that alters your body's neurohormonal pathways, making your body actively defend its highest weight. Understanding the clinical reality of this disease is crucial because obesity acts as a primary risk factor for over 60 different chronic conditions. When fat cells expand, they trigger low-grade chronic inflammation throughout the body, leading to insulin resistance and tissue damage. This systemic inflammation significantly increases your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease, stroke, obstructive sleep apnea, osteoarthritis, and at least 13 different types of cancer. Because of these compounding complications, extreme obesity has been shown to shave up to 8 years off of a person's life expectancy. Science-backed treatments, lifestyle, and medicine. So, how do we fight back? The foundation of managing obesity always begins with sustainable lifestyle adjustments. This means prioritizing nutrient-dense whole foods like vegetables and lean proteins, cutting back on sugar-sweetened beverages, aiming for 150 minutes of physical activity per week, and prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. However, because obesity is a biological disease, lifestyle changes alone are sometimes not enough. This is where medical science has made revolutionary breakthroughs. Any medication mentioned in this video should only be used under the supervision and prescription of a qualified physician. Do not self-medicate. The FDA has approved a new class of medications known as GLP-1 receptor agonists, such as semaglutide and tirzepatide, for chronic weight management. These medications work by mimicking natural hormones to suppress appetite, slow gastric emptying, and improve how the body uses insulin. In clinical trials, these medications have helped patients achieve 15% or more in average body weight loss. And importantly, they have been proven to reduce the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes by 20%. The FDA has even approved certain GLP-1 treatments for children as young as 12 to combat rising pediatric obesity rates. Meanwhile, next-generation drugs currently in clinical trials, like the triple hormone agonist retatrutide, are showing the potential for up to 30% body weight loss, rivaling the historical results of bariatric surgery. Remember, obesity is not a personal failure. By understanding the science and utilizing the right combination of lifestyle habits and medical care, you can reclaim your health and your future. If you have any questions, leave a comment describing your situation. As a doctor, I'll personally read your comments and do my best to answer your questions.